Yes, I'll collect the can!
3 days to go.
3 days to go.
Oh, mate, the Arsenal getting bucks now.
Yeah.
Oh, aye. I'm a bit worried. Oh, aye, because well, Sunday's my day. My day of getting on it.
All right, you want to come then?
Is it your day of getting on it?
My day of prayer. I don't get on it on Sunday.
You get on every day, and I'm not talking about the day.
I don't get on it on a Sunday. It's day of prayer.
Are you back on it? Are you back on it? Are you back doing it? You said last week it'd been a while.
I've been a while.
No, but you back doing it?
I'm getting on it. It's like riding a bike.
It's like,
Can't I call it that?
I love a wee Sunday. I love a wee Sunday sesh. I think it's brilliant.
It'll be brilliant, mate.
And there will be a couple of games on before we
mate, City
Liverpool. We'll be doing a sound check for.
Yeah.
Life for rock stars, mate.
I know.
I know.
What is it, a live check or a sound check?
Mate,
I need a live check.
I'll be more nervous doing a sound check than the actual show.
Why?
See, when you're doing it without a crowd, mate.
You feel like that, don't you?
awkward as fuck. Do you know
We
what I mean?
rehearsed. We done a wee run through
But
Monday for.
you guys are used to performing in front of crowds.
No, I know.
The crowds. That should be the biggest crowd you've played in front of, isn't it?
I know. I had a sound check.
60,000 Champions League.
I had a sound check.
Oh, wait.
Hey, a sound check.
Wait, what's the biggest crowd you played in front of an actual game? You were on the pitch?
Actual people.
You know, counting Champions League on the bench, no?
Well, no, you never got on the
That's a good
pitch.
shout.
That's a great question, actually. Most
Star Park, maybe, wasn't it? What's that? 2000?
Good on, maybe.
What are they? No, but
55,
no, the stadium holds that, but there's about 4,000 there.
4,000 there. That's a fucking.
This is the biggest crowd.
How about you?
What you want, the first, second or third time at Wembley?
Well, I've played at Wembley as well. I tell you what, the biggest crowd I played under was my first time at Wembley. 15-year-old. Scottish schoolboys.
Aye. Paul McStay in that team.
Is it full?
Was McStay in that team?
Was it? Aye.
Was McStay in that team?
McStay was the year above me.
That's when he...
And that was a 5-4
That's not a
game.
proper game, Tom. We're talking about a professional
Proper
game.
game.
Are you kidding? Scottish school football was massive.
Doesn't count.
It was.
That doesn't count as playing at Wembley. Is that what you're counting as playing at Wembley?
Aye. 90,000.
No, it doesn't count. Talking about first team football.
Was yours
Well,
full?
he's got to. Well,
Of course.
Was it 90?
Full, isn't it?
Was it?
And what was that?
90. Playoff final.
Aye, but it's a playoff.
Playoff final, you kidding?
I was an international game.
Right, well, you must have had a big crowd.
Oh, he likes a big.
Probably.
Hey, orgies.
Probably aye, on a Saturday night. Aye, probably. It's the cup final, I think, before it turned into the wee Hampden. That was massive. It was about
What was that then?
8,000.
Is that what you call it when it gets hard? The big Hampden, then it's
Big Hampden.
the wee Hampden.
It's a lesser Hampden.
No, that's a lesser Hampden.
How many semis you had?
Semis, I know. I don't like semis.
Proper. So we need to get that to anyone out there who's busy outside of Twitter. What is the biggest crowd that Paul Slane's played in front of?
Aye, go on.
Actual on the pitch.
Great question, that.
Aye.
Played Europa League.
But was it for a park?
Last time Bucharest. That was 40,000.
Oh, was it right? Well, there you go.
Done, there you
Don't
go.
get my story.
Bro,
No, that's a lie. We need to check that.
Check that all out.
Aye, check that. That's good.
Coupons up last week. You were close, Frank. You were hopeless again.
No, wasn't he? I was 10 minutes away. Tony Watt scored 80 minutes. So Tony doesn't score. Tony was.
What, did you have that a draw?
Do you have a three up?
Did you?
That's it. All I needed was Motherwell to draw.
I get a three
and,
up. I get a
Watt
three.
comes up with a goal. 10 minutes to go. Good goal. He beat by the way. It was outstanding.
You
wasn't
probably noticed I'm staying away from Celtic and Rangers because the two of them are hopeless.
he? Well,
Right, you wanted to
Can't
say...
predict them.
mediocre.
Can't predict them.
Is that my brother? Best pundit in Scotland, mate. Two coupons up already this season.
That's unbelievable.
Aye,
Especially
you're
the
pro-
hardest
you're
time,
pro.
innit? The
Well
hardest
done.
time to pick
Aye,
a coupon
aye.
now, mate. Unbelievable.
Aye.
But I've not put them on, either or. Shambles for me.
You need to get your
Because you've
own,
got too much money now, bro,
Yeah,
innit?
I'm not really bothered at that.
The jumpers or the jumpers you're buying.
That's another new jumper, by the way. Ask him what kind it is.
But kind of.
Is it just?
Imagine Gucci brought something like that out, mate. Shut down that.
Imagine Gucci are devastated.
Every man
every
to
time
their
I see
own.
them.
Aye. Hugo Boss with one S.
Hugo
get
Boss,
them in
have
Turkey.
you still got the tag on that?
Hey.
Nah.
What, check the tag, Frank. What kind is it?
I used when I was at Smyrna, I used to sell all the boys dodgy gear and all that. You said Hugo Boss, one S, honestly, right there. I thought the suits were brilliant. And the best one was Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, brilliant.
When I was at Clydebank, we had a great group of players, by the way, and that's a certain player used to come in and just open the boot of his motor, and it was brilliant. You name it. Oh, he had suits, shoes, golf
Do you know
clubs,
when
the whole
I was
shebang.
at Aston Villa,
pots, pans, it was magic. I loved all
When
that.
I was at Aston Villa, Ron used to let this lorry come in on a Friday. Ron Atkinson used to let it lorry come in, the guy just opened it up and it was all suits.
It's great that. I love
All the
that.
boys used to go, he used to get 20% of anything. It's good. Anything but Big Ron.
I get it. Well, see the other day,
Days.
Kyle's the same. He says, come and see in my boot. He's built up Jim Jeffries.
Jump out, didn't he?
But there was a pot on his head, wasn't there? And a pan.
See, did you ever do that when you were younger? Get the fake DVDs for the banners?
The wee guy used to come into Barrafield all the time at Celtic.
That's it.
Do you know? Was he not there when you were? Oh, you were at Barrafield, were you, Lennox now?
Doing Barras, but then
I used to love the bars.
So you watched
Christmas Eve.
that was
Me, my
Christmas
mum
Eve,
and my
aye.
dad used to take me down there. I used to love
that was
that.
amazing, mate, wasn't it?
That's what I would do with Tommy Burns, mate. Every day, there'd be a guy coming in with DVDs. He'd tell me that you want your hair cut. There'd be a guy coming in and cut your hair and that. Honestly, mate, it was unbelievable. It was a wee guy. Just different guys coming in all the time.
Aye.
You missed that.
Aye, the Barras is magic.
So talk us through the curtain. What was your?
Can't remember it at all. Didn't know.
When did you know it was up?
Just there.
You kidding?
I was pretty good when you took me this morning.
I told you.
Didn't know I won.
My boys told me yesterday. You'd won
Did they?
it. So aye.
So what did I have on?
But they just told me your couldn't come up. I don't know exactly. So that's.
I don't know.
Fine,
Your Motherwell,
mate.
your
Motherwell,
Motherwell,
You're the man.
You took some money, I think. You took some money at home. I took.
I was
You took Motherwell. You
I
took
was
Motherwell.
going to take
Motherwell
them.
to beat
You
Aberdeen.
took Motherwell.
I was going to take
You were going to
them.
do something.
Because you took them, I said, no, I'll go for a draw.
I don't have to, you though.
I know.
Right,
you told
Grosvenor. It's Grosvenor. We're doing these coupon again. They're still doing treble odds for new customers.
brilliant.
He won a coupon, didn't he? I know.
They win their coupon every week. Grosvenor Sport. Any odds, any bet, any sports, sign up now.
There you go.
One of the best, isn't it, Derek? Did you take a trip to Grosvenor to meet the people all day?
I certainly did
How
not.
did?
But you want to talk
I'm
about
looking
these?
forward to meeting them, man.
Aye, they'll meet him Sunday.
I'm meeting
Oh,
right.
good.
I'm looking forward to that.
But you'll be steaming probably better dinner meet them.
Aye, well, I need to
you
watch
get
what I'm
shut
doing
down,
early.
aye.
My meet starts half the say, but
Are you bringing the poppers that you brought last time?
No, I don't know. I was on whatever I was on.
Right,
Aye.
try and get them
I
again.
know,
What was
it's sensible.
the beer
No,
we
wait,
drank
Dave,
last
see
time?
that time you got take a photo of your boys so you know them when they come up and talk to you when you're pissed.
They're all coming in
Tell
fast.
them piss off. He's
Oh, by
supposed to
the
go,
way, aye.
"Ah, piss off."
Aye, by the way, I meant to say there's aye, Lewis is coming on, I think.
Aye,
He's, aye.
No, he's
He
been.
wa-
I was speaking to him. Has he not been called up to Scotland?
Aye, but I think he's going to be staying
When did
in
it-
Glasgow, so I think he's going to pop along. If that's all right
Oh,
with
brilliant,
some of the
aye.
guys.
Scotland.
Aye, that was I didn't know that.
Don't know if he's a big enough name to come.
No, I know.
No.
Aye.
Especially
Aye.
when just coming
Well,
in
where we
like
think we'll let him know if he's
Aye,
odd.
that's up to you. Well, what do
No,
you?
he
I'll
can
be doing
pay.
to you.
No,
Your decision's
aye,
Lenny.
it's all right, he can pay. It's all right.
that. Simon, one real important message
No,
is...
no, I don't think it's sorry, Paul,
No, on
but
you
just
go.
the wages he says that he gets, I don't think he'll be able to afford a ticket.
No.
Sorry, Paul, what
No,
you
I
saying?
thought, Simon,
I
no,
get
this is
that.
important.
Is it?
Update regarding COVID passports.
Going serious, right?
No.
Well, we need to, because we need to, a lot of people have been messaging, haven't they? No one will be refused entry.
What if they've not got a ticket?
So you take it.
So it's just about the...
Sorry, mate.
What is it
sorry,
about
mate,
the
go on.
vaccine
I'll
passport?
go, yeah.
You might get checked, but nobody will be turned away.
Oh,
No.
that's-
And
that's
be
no
ready
in.
for a party.
You might be
It's
asked
still in
for,
place,
you might
the
be asked to
passport,
take.
so we're all fine.
But see, for the spot
You
check...
might be asked for
you
a
could-
spot check.
He could
I'm
be there
gonna
for,
be there.
he could be there for about an hour.
Alright.
What do you mean spot check?
Well,
I thought that was my job.
Mate,
I know in
No,
the
they
door.
need to sneak me in.
What about this spot for?
Aye.
It's a
Oh, I
mask.
never saw.
Belter, mate. Imagine getting that 3 days before the hydro.
Nah, but
And I never even
Giant will go
listened.
beer,
I know.
Once
Listen,
you've
you'll not
drew
be...
attention to it,
Aye,
that's
get away
about
from
that.
spots. You'll not be refused entry on Sunday, that's what they're saying.
See, that's where the
There
facials
you go,
come in.
that's
It
it.
brings
I know, it
all
brings
the-
it.
all the crap in
But feel it. How do we
what?
feel, my
Feel
friends?
what?
That's the skin.
Oh, aye.
It gets
Nice,
better.
huh?
It gets worse before it gets better.
But that's how it brings it. All the wee spots, innit? Wee.
Just didn't you ask him first what they wear on Sunday?
Oh, what? He's wearing the later suits?
He's coming in the suits,
No.
Oh, that's casual, and just like us.
No, mate. Do not come to the hydro at that place.
Aye.
I'm just going to
come
nick out. Hey, you don't bother when you get to my age. Just shove what's on.
Oh, see, he's smart, mate. Eh?
No,
You
Come
look
on.
brilliant with a suit on.
I don't.
No, I'm
do
not
you know-
saying suit, but a wee.
That is the only time I've had a suit on, and it was for Slaters. It'll even if I
never
go to
even
a
fitted you.
funeral or even, I'm not wearing a suit. I
But
don't
even
like
that
suits.
shirt that you've got with the nipples cut, that would be nice.
I don't like.
That'd be nice for
I'm not
hydro,
into
eh?
suits. I'm not into it.
But you would
I don't
look,
like being-
especially with Bond coming at us, a tuxedo on you. You know what I mean? He was
What's
shooting
that? Remember that
Casual.
leather chain you wore at one time as well?
Aye, aye.
You know where that again?
With the lead
With the chain,
with the lead on it.
the lead on it.
Look, there you're getting excited, didn't you?
Aye.
What are you going for?
You going for? You wear something smart, don't you?
Oh,
I've
aye.
always been smart.
He almost
I don't
comes
know.
like,
I don't know.
suit jacket and all that. Aye, you're all
I'm always-
suited
I know.
and booted. Aye, that's
I may know.
every man to their own.
Cold.
Aye.
Cold hydro.
What is it, a dress code for
you coming out after
No,
that?
no, listen, it's usually, you need to come out after.
Sanctuary.
I might have a bit of work on the next morning, so I don't know. I'm
forget
just having. And is that not a young place?
Uh-huh.
I'm an old codger into my.
No, we're wanting you to do the deodorants and that in the toilet.
You guys are brilliant. Sell the lollipops.
I thought Sanctuary was open. Is it just a private?
Open for us, mate.
private?
All right,
done.
that might
Tough
be
at the top, innit?
Tough at the top, mate.
That might change, man.
How are you feeling, Frank? You nervous about it?
No.
It's only 13,000 people, innit?
Ah, it's only 13,000, man. So if I'd
that when you came out,
in my house on a Saturday night.
It's what when you come out though, innit? See if you don't get a laugh right away, you're
You're in big trouble.
I've saw you in action.
It'll be even better if you don't get a laugh and then we come out because we're just funny walking on.
Listen, the ones during the summer and then the Edinburgh Festival,
It'll be
it was
unbelievable.
brilliant.
I think it'll be
remember, sorry,
Derek.
sitting at the sideline watching these, and it was brilliant.
But you
And
were
I
meant to
do
be taking part.
I know. I was
join
enjoying
in.
the board taking part. I was enjoying myself too much at the side.
This is brilliant, man.
It was brilliant.
He wanted to
I
be
had
in
a great
train.
night.
Aye.
Ended up getting back came the train with some of the Motherwell boys, Motherwell fans.
So you
good
did,
lads.
that's right.
Aye, they were a good laugh.
This is your last chance to tell people what to expect for you, especially because people are coming to see you.
I think you
Aye,
just got to
it's
say, no, it's everybody.
Yeah.
No way.
Sure.
It's going to be wild, isn't
You're a
it?
man.
It's going to be. I genuinely think this all day. This will be the best show that Emmy's ever produced at the Hydro.
Oh, I tell you what, it's a statement.
And that isn't even. Like,
I've seen
that's
some-
no
I've
talking shit.
seen-
I really do think so.
I've seen some.
What we've
shows
got
there.
in place, and obviously, listen,
If
there's
it
big
works,
Beyonce
if you
not
don't
have been there.
freeze, if you don't freeze.
Aye, fast doesn't go, but Beyonce not have been there. Do you know what I mean? But
Simple Minds.
There's this-
right.
the-
Can
you know
do that?
you're-
You could be on Simple Minds.
Is your wee pal face still again coming?
not welcome.
No.
No, well,
Oh, that's
I
always a
reckon,
bit of.
Aye. But
Something could happen. Doors open at 6:30.
those don't have sex.
We're on at 8 if you just want to come at about 11:05.
Aye. Aye.
I'll be there at 6.
I'm coming to see him. Coming to see the boys work.
You're on at about.
No, what time do you turn up at the
Oh,
venue?
you need Tiger
Quarter to
Scouts.
nine,
Is that
sorry.
leopard or Tiger?
Time they want at the venue.
Rolex.
What time you want is
Jack.
Aye.
Is that leopard?
6 will be at the venue.
Aye, a wee bit
Aye.
earlier, aye.
Gravison, what do you expect for him?
Oh,
I'm
fun
looking
games.
forward to it, aye.
You going to
Aye,
talk to
You
him?
phoned him, didn't you, the other day?
Phoned him Monday, mate. Huh?
How was he?
Talk to him.
Funny.
Was he?
Funny.
Is
mate,
he up
huh?
for it?
He's up for
Where
it.
is he staying? Vegas?
No, he's back in Denmark.
Is he still doing?
Alright.
Is he still doing the?
He's doing
Gambling?
he's doing Danish TV.
We all always talk about characters and all that, but some that are really kind of a wee bit dark.
That's the ones you
I
like.
mean, there was a guy, because there was a guy I played with Rangers for a short period of time. You remember him as an animal. On the park and off the park, guy called Gregor Stevens.
Gregor. He was a nutcase.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There was
He used
a...
to kick his
What do you
own-
mean after
He used,
the park,
well, he just used to turn up
He
in
used to
Panama
kick his own
Jacks,
he used
one
to
of
kick his own
the
teammates,
top
didn't he?
nightclubs at that time, and we'd be there. When you used to kind of dress up, and he would just come in, it'd be pouring the rain, he'd come in the rain jacket on, at the hood up, just standing at the bar with a
no,
beer
I
and
don't
just look at, like, staring at everybody. I don't
Aye.
know, he was... Just
Yeah,
like who was going to kill that night and who was going
John Gagan talks about him. John Gagan.
John
talks about-
Gagan's
He
bro.
talks about him when he came.
Gregor Stevens,
He was at Motherwell with John, and he used to tackle John at Motherwell. And he's in the same team in the tunnel.
in the tunnel.
No, he,
I played a reserve.
John. He used to kick John.
Marker, played a reserve game with him, right, at Motherwell. And there was a guy between, at the side of the dugouts was giving him stick. I probably told this before. And he kept looking here, Gregor. So we've scored. The attention goes to, us. We're all running away. What's Gregor done? He's ran over. The guy that was giving him abuse vaulted the wall, gave him one right in the chin, back on. Nobody knew until after the game. I think charges were pressed against him for assault. But that was the type of guy he was.
Aye.
Wait, why was he kicking John Gagan if he's on his own team just to get him up for it?
Aye, John does the
He was a
story.
madman.
He looked to her, and the eyes are bulging. he says, I've turned away, and he said, and then he came in, volleyed me. He said, I was in his team.
Does the boy McGarry know a bit of screwball play?
I can't remember him though.
Aye.
Nah, I didn't want to give him your time on this.
He's no big enough. I've never been honestly this excited for it in my life. The only thing I would say to matches is when you made your debut for when I was Motherwell or Celtic. I think the only thing I think this week feels like. Do you know what I mean?
Are you sleeping all right? Huh? You look quite fresh. I thought you'd...
No, I've not been sleeping, but
You
not
look
because of that.
alive.
I'm absolutely buzzing for it.
You can see that.
Or the fit back.
See Granny's team playing last night, right?
Aye.
Good point for
It was a
them.
good
Aye,
game.
didn't it? It was a good game.
I just saw the second half. I saw the highlights of the first, second half. And,
They won, Rafe.
But they were 1-1.
1-1.
Aye. And when they get back into it, What happened? How does that happen?
I know they
Did
scored
just-
in the sat-off.
They sat off again. And
We did
they
it Saturday. We went 2-1 up against Queen's Park, playing really well. Second half, we were terrible first half. We just scored our second goal. Just some
Do you know
mentality.
the
Why
biggest
does that
myth in football? Away from home. How you play so differently away from home to home.
Why should it matter? Eh?
You win it.
It's all the same pitch.
But it
I
does.
think
It's
a
weird,
lot
isn't it,
of them get used to it.
Certain-
Like, no fans in. It was just like
Shooting into a certain end as well.
Innit? So a lot of
Certain
people,
stadium, you
it's
just
weird,
feel good
but-
at eye.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
But away fans, you've got to get away fans. So you've got to let the away fans in.
Yeah.
It makes the game. I mean, Jack Ross was talking about it yesterday. He says even if it's only 3,000 at Ibrox, makes a difference.
Of course it does.
So that's the most pressured game you would think Celtic and Aberdeen have faced in a long time.
A mid-table
teams.
battle.
Mid-table battle, that's great.
That's
I mean,
unbelievable.
I mean,
Innit, at this
in a lot of
stage of the
years.
season.
You wouldn't see them both managers under pressure at all, but it's starting to get to the stage where they need to start picking up points.
I don't think any managers.
I watched him. I watched him 2 weeks ago. And I thought it was a lonely figure just standing there. He's not got his own guy. I mean, I
You
can't
keep
believe.
saying that, don't you?
Can't believe he's not got anybody to talk to. You know what I mean?
But I think
But surely that's doing.
both of them will be given time.
That's up to
But
him.
that's,
It's
I
not
think
up
they'll
to
be
him.
given
If
time.
he's asked,
No, but
Lenny has to never get anybody.
We don't take the job if you're going to.
Well, I agree with that.
I don't take the job if you're not going to get your own people in. I don't know why.
But then you're going to knock that opportunity
Celtic
back.
don't, aye.
No,
No.
I think when a chance like that comes calling, you take it and you hope that through time that you get your own men on board. But I think with the two of them, they'll get their time. I think they'll get. I don't think they'll be sacked this season. The two of them, they'll get the whole season.
Yeah.
You know,
And they should,
implement-
nah? And they should.
Well, because we're too quick,
Yeah.
you know, to sack managers. You've got to give them time. Obviously, they've got certain ways of kind of training, different methods, ways of playing. So you've got to at least give them that season. And come the end of the season, if it's not been good, then that's when board or directors or chairman need to sit down and make big decisions.
But watching Celtic's a different dynamic when the boy Kegger's not playing because it just doesn't move. He's moved more than you've moved more this morning.
Why is
Sit in
that?
that chair.
Why is that, though, Frank? Why
He's
does
a
he
lazy sod, that's why.
It must be down to that, isn't it?
I mean, it was the same at West Ham apparently. He just didn't.
Can
I was joking when I said to him, I asked David Moyes, I said, but yeah, he said, didn't know who he was.
Did he know that? I never knew.
Did he know?
But the other side of that is, if you've got players that are willing to do the shift run about him, you know,
But
but
there's no-
if he's putting the ball in the back of the net, that's what they.
I know, but
that's
they
at
were
the end
great
of the
chance you missed it. Man, it hit for a yard, hit it out of the bar.
Aye.
That's because you're not concentrating, that's what that is. He's-
Well,
he's
Aberdeen,
on-
do you think they'll still try play the way he's getting against
They've
them?
got to find a kind of.
Against Celtic, aye.
they seem to be
think you will.
possession based, but they've just got. I mean, they were in control of
rise
that
up.
game
Aye, the
against
better
St
team,
Mirren.
I thought.
Yeah, they were the better
They'll
team.
be,
2-1.
they'll be different at weekend
Aye.
because they're playing against Celtic.
then
they're-
wee Willie
or they're
takes
playing
it
against
up-
Rangers. They always lift their
Wee
game and
Willie
that'll
takes
get the
it
best
upon
of them.
himself to make his mark again, as per usual.
Scott Brown want to make a mark
Wally,
as
how
well,
wouldn't
wouldn't
we
he?
not happy with Wally?
There's a couple, I think, sometimes the speed of the game, that you can tell when there's intent to hurt somebody, and sometimes when a player doesn't intend to hurt somebody, they're just that split second. Listen, are we word in their ear? Are we talking to
Who's that? Wally who?
Well, every referee,
Colin.
because in our day, what happened
too
was,
quick, innit?
because you would get referees that would be in your ear all the
Oh,
time
aye.
and warning you. In this day and age, it's one tackle, bump. It's a,
Is that the refs, Derek, or is that the rules?
I don't know, but the refs
Well,
have got
it's
to
common
them.
sense got to
Listen,
come in
we used
here.
to play and I used to
There
shout
was-
to the referees all the time and they used to say to me, don't ever go at me because you're having a nightmare. And I used to like, what? And it just
Brilliant,
goes
that's the one.
go the other way then,
Aye,
don't
that's
you?
the one I'm
Calm
thinking
down.
about. There was one the other night, sorry. De
strong,
Bruyne, De Bruyne.
You're so strong.
Right, come on, hold on. Right, De Bruyne.
You're so strong.
Did you see it? Did you see the one the other
He
night?
just blanked you.
The one, aye, because it's what we're talking about. It's the De Bruyne man. He's a split second. Is he intending to hurt the boy? No, he's trying to get the ball. So this is where the referees have got to realise this, and this is why I think there should be.
So you're talking about Jenks, obviously, have his
Aye.
two bookings.
With that, aye.
What one did you not think was a booking, first or second?
I
Both?
think the first one.
Well, I'd agree
I
the
think
first,
the
second,
first
but
one-
what's he done on the second?
Aye,
when
I
you've
know,
been on a booking.
and that's when you need to be so careful in this day. But I just think the referees have got to realise that and all. Sometimes, and I think players would appreciate it, just a wee quick word in their ear. Be careful, watch what you're doing. If you do that again another couple of times, you're in the book. But the other night, the De Bruyne one, where you can see that he's trying to get the ball. You know, common sense prevailed.
Seeing this position as it is, Ange's in, and people are saying obviously people are injured and unfit. What's he meant to do now?
Well, do you change? That's what I said in the podcast. Do you change? Do you go and play a bit more defensive until you get players that can go and play in your system? Wow. That's where you need a squad of 20 players that can all play the way you want to play. He doesn't have just now, so do you stick to it or it comes down to him, mate, doesn't it?
I think until he gets the defensive-minded players on board, I think he only can play one way, and that's going forward and going at it.
But you're putting your fullbacks into midfield. That's no defending very well, is it?
So what you want?
Everyone goes down the sides now.
Everything he sets up goes out the window when you've got a striker that doesn't press.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's when it starts with.
And that's where you think maybe you should change a wee bit if you've not got the personnel to go and do the way you want to do.
But do you think, listen, you're in football, you're coaching that. The other day there, the striker for Celtic.
Yeah.
Got injured in the warm-up. No, the Greece boy. Is that not down to the physios and that? Is that not down to the, you call them sport at least that?
I don't.
Surely
it really never happens,
if you've been out injured, you've got to make sure he's warmed up. Before the warm-up, you've got to make sure.
The players
pull his hamstring.
No, they all do that. They all do that.
Is that not doing
to warm up?
What are you getting paid for?
20 past.
20 past 3. They go at 20 past 3 to warm up.
20
past 2, sorry.
I never
Some of them
used to
don't start playing at 20 past 3. But do you know, I think that's off a long time. About there 40 minutes.
Said that.
I never used to go
back to training then. See, when you train, you probably only warm up for 10, 15 minutes. Then you're into your possession, you're into your boxes, aren't you?
Yeah.
So why do you spend 40?
I always say that.
I know.
Because we were always, I don't know about you, half past you always get shunted out the dress room.
I used to read the paper.
I know, Some boys did that. Some boys would sit and have a five.
Stretch.
Would you give the manager time?
I think he's got to get time. But I think he's a lonely figure. I think you look at him and he's not talking to John Kennedy, he's not talking to Strachan. And you look at him and I just think he's on his own. And I think for a manager, you shouldn't have that feeling. You've got to have somebody saying, look, you've got to change it. You've got to have somebody saying that it's not wanting your job and saying, look, you've got to change this. It's not working. Somebody's honest with him.
Do you know, it would kill me though if he was to go and not get a proper go at it because he's the type of manager that needs the certain player for the way he plays. And it's not going to work.
Thiago's perfect for him.
Who?
The boy Thiago. He's perfect for him.
But they need this, like, so certain players like Ajeti's not going to work under his system.
No, I get it.
So it would, the signs you've seen have been unbelievable, but
why would he not get time? Why is it in Scotland that we want to get rid of the man? Like,
I know,
it took Klopp 3 years to get Liverpool where they were. And that was a team that nearly won the Premier League a year before he came in.
The press
I think for signs, and there has been signs, good signs, so you need to get him.
Same with Stephen Glass, mate. I look at Aberdeen on Saturday, and I think Aberdeen look like a good team.
I thought they should have got a draw at least.
Do you know something that it's like fine lines? They're no far away from.
But that'll come. He's only been in the job 3 months, Derek. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Mm-hmm. But again, he's got to kind of tweak that a wee bit. You know that it is possession; they're dominating. But it's like you're saying about Celtic. It's the boy Ramirez. You know, a lot's expected him. You know, at times I don't think I think he can be braver.
Aye.
As well at times.
But a lot of players in the game they know are that.
Aye.
They're not brave.
I don't think Stephen Glass will change to play against Celtic. See, he's saying will Aberdeen change their style? But I don't know.
It might change. I don't
think managers do that. I think managers get a set way of playing
players because he says they can't keep making mistakes. And apparently it's didn't. I've not seen it, but apparently it's didn't individual mistakes. It's costing them goals. He says he can't keep doing that.
What did Glass
so that's didn't. Get somebody in.
That's right.
Make it.
That was
He said that, didn't he? He said that. He says,
can't
keep doing
Big
it.
Joe comes for one. You
can't
know,
keep making mistakes and think they're going to keep their place. He just can't do that.
I think Jim Layton's. They've taught Jim Layton's going to be in goals.
I've seen him.
Aye.
Seen him in training.
He's been back to
Lewis said he was in training.
Lewis said there was a big tub of Vaseline.
Yeah, you know about that. When you go to gigs, used to.
Right. Sorry, mate.
What do you think?
What about life?
Who do you think favourites?
On Sunday?
What about?
Oh, toss you a coin.
Think so?
That's how. I've not took it. You've not took Celtic in your coupon. I've no went near Aberdeen in my coupon as well. Because at the minute you just don't know.
Not took Rangers either because I think that'll be a hard one. I think that'll be a hard one with Hibs.
It's a good move on. Good link, Frank, because that is the game of the weekend. Rangers v Hibs. Will Hibs go there and have a go?
Yeah. I think so.
Aye, I think it's only why they know. I think they'll fancy it because they've watched Rangers against Dundee.
They're not up to speed, are they really?
Rangers defensively were
get
for
'em.
wanting at times, by the way. It was quite alarming. You know, I mean, he went with Goldson, he went with Balogun, centre-back, and the wee runs, Griffiths, McMullen as well.
Yeah.
McMullen for a wee bit deeper, just the wee runs, you know, and then you look at that Hibs side, they've got players.
Loyal.
Aye,
Yeah.
I've got that same movement. So I don't think they'll come and sit back. I think they'll have a go. I think it'll be a shootout because I think Rangers, a wee bit like Celtic, are no great at the back. They're good, middle, the front. So aye, they've got a lot of work to do, Rangers, and with that back four. You know, there's been they've tweaked a few things. Barisic has not been in, Bassey's come in, done well. Their Tav come in for Patterson. So they're still searching, you know, and what are we, 6-7 games into the season.
Is this maybe the game that Rangers need though? A high-flying Hibs team to go and prove that?
Well,
maybe they're still
before
the
they
best team in
get
the
there,
league?
they've got obviously the two of them, Celtic and Rangers, are playing obviously in Europe. So that, you know, you don't know injury-wise and all that, but I don't think Golson's travelling with Rangers. So I don't know, defensively, I think for Hibs, I think they'll look at Rangers and think they're a wee bit vulnerable.
This is as confident Hibs will probably be going to Ibrox for a long
I think
time.
it's a massive difference between Rangers this year and last year. Last year the goals weren't letting in
Solid,
goals.
they were.
Absolutely, everybody knew what they were doing. This year they look as if they're all playing for themselves.
Mark, I'm
Do
not.
you know what I mean? That's the difference, I think.
Aye. Yeah, by the way, that's probably a good point because there's some people still not willing to sign a contract.
I don't
sometimes, you know, get it done and
I get
dusted.
in trouble.
Get
I
settled
get
down.
slotted for it. I says last week or the week before at Kamara when he signed the contract, he's doing. It will not stop people coming in from for people wanting to buy him. What he's doing is just making sure that Rangers have got more money. They're getting more money because he signed a longer contract,
affects-
which I think is good. It's a good deal for the kid and the club. But
he's
you've
still
got Goldson
performed.
that. You've got Goldson.
Kamara
Of course.
still gives you your
You've
8
got
out of 10,
Goldson and that.
and that's the important thing. You
know.
know, contract talks, and it's like
What, they want to leave or what?
Don't know.
Players want to leave?
Well,
Or
they want a
to
big contract, and we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But what you would imagine is, if I don't get my contract, well, I'm off ski, you know, and it unsettles. Not just sometimes a player can unsettle people run about you.
But should players not do that?
Because what?
Do you think players should do that? Try and get
The best for themselves.
Aye.
Of course.
I think so.
But there's
You've got to play well before you get a
what you've
decent
got to do is
contract.
meet in the middle.
keep performing.
You know,
I mean,
but no, the club and the player and the agents, whatever, have got to come and meet in the middle. You know, it can't be one way or the
Can't be
other.
other.
You know, but
I mean,
you
look
can
at
see that
look
they've
at
been
French
unsettled.
Eddie when I watched him last week. He ran more.
I know, I seen him for
He ran
Palace.
more in the first half than he did last season.
Aye.
I think I'm going. Why did you not do that last season?
See, if he'd done that last season, he probably would have got a better move than Crystal
Of course
Palace.
he would have. Of course he would have.
But talk about
Of course he
Kamara.
would've. He
Look at
would've.
Kamara. Kamara's displays have been there. For me,
Aye, he's been up there. He's no. He's been.
type of guy.
Aye, that's the kind of guy he is. But it's good. He done
You
well
know
for the
about
club.
Edward, that's a good point, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Aye.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Unbelievable. I'm annoyed because he should be challenging for Man United's and Real Madrid's. That's where he should be going. Dembele was the same. I thought Dembele was the same. They should be pushing. They're just no got that killer instinct, have they? They just no got that. They want to go that wee bit further. They've got the ability to do it, but
Another massive game at the
thought
weekend.
there.
right.
I'm just thinking of that Hibs and Rangers game.
Aye.
That'll be some game, man.
What are you expecting,
For you.
Fit? A lot of chances.
Goals.
I feel that's where Jack Ross is kind of let himself down, but it's his next hurdle. See, when the big games and people maybe fancying Hibs a wee bit,
Yeah.
they fell a wee bit short.
But not just Jack Ross, it's the players. There might
Yeah,
be a wee
yeah.
bit of expectancy for the players, and that's where, because you always see through the years challenges coming for certain clubs.
You're right.
And it gets to that time when you need to deliver, the pressure's on.
Aye. You're right. Everyone blames the manager, but the manager
right.
sends them out.
Sometimes
It's
about the players,
players.
right? Go out and grasp that opportunity.
He's been brilliant, Jack Ross, though, hasn't he?
Aye.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
wonder
good
if
manager.
he'll go with
Aye.
a more solid three or he'll go with Scott Allen in midfield. Away at Ibrox.
I don't
Done
think
it
he'll
last time, Scott.
I
Didn't
think
he
he
play
was-
in it? I thought he'd done well.
Yeah, last week.
I don't think he'll play
No,
Scott.
the last time
I
at
don't think
Ibrox he
Scott
played
Allen.
Scotland, played really well.
Yeah. Do you
don't
think he'll play him?
I think he'll match up with
They're three.
I think so, because they're dogs in there as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bring Alan on.
Aye,
Maybe 20 minutes to go.
Aye. Because the boy can play a pass, can't he?
Oh,
That's for sure.
I know.
He sees it.
We're all
pass.
clubs,
Aye.
Derek.
Yeah, vision.
We're all
club.
clubs. Hearts and
Oh,
Motherwell.
Batanido. I thought it was a Batanido small. Is that why it
Aye,
was?
bit frosty, innit?
Arm wrestle right now.
Arm
What is
wrestle.
it?
Motherwell v Hearts. Come on.
There you go.
Come on, Derek. I want you'll beat him.
Strip off.
You'll
wear
beat
it
him.
straight.
You're a man.
Aye, get oiled up.
Come on,
What
OG.
else you
Come
want?
on, OG.
Right,
Come on.
strip off. You stripping. What is it? Aye.
Is that enough, isn't it?
Aye. I'm like,
What was
that
that you wanted me to do in the group chat that you
Keep
said?
What is that?
What was that you wanted me to do the Hydro in the
You
group
do
chat?
him. You do him. Hey, you do
Some
him.
of him.
What? What was it?
Cup.
What was it?
They're up to something.
Is there a bit of needle between you two then, my Hearts and Motherwell?
Bit
Huh?
frosty in it.
Hearts and Motherwell? I don't know. I've got a lot of... I've got a wee bit of... I've got a lot of respect for Motherwell.
Aye.
Why? Because Slaney played
Because
for
that-
because
Slaney-
do you know something? There's
Slaney gave him a pitch.
I was helped out with Motherwell when I was at Ross County, and when I come down the road, I had an injury, and I was allowed to go into Motherwell, and the physio, he was at wee John at the time, looked after us for about 6,
John
7
Watson.
weeks.
Aye.
Aye,
He was
different
a-
class.
he was a
And
kit
also
man.
when I was at Stranraer as well, Stranraer.
That's why you never get fit. He was a kit man.
When I was at Stranraer, I get used to their facilities. They've got the wee AstroTurf behind one of the stands, you know, and it was free for an hour once. Was it a Wednesday or Thursday night? So wee things like that, you
Aye,
remember?
brilliant.
So although there's a wee rivalry with the Ackies and the Motherwell, obviously I've got a soft spot for the Ackies. Nah.
I know, but let's build this up with you two seriously.
I know.
Because there has been.
All right, is it?
Right.
Whoa.
No, I listen to that.
You've
I
got to
think
run.
Motherwell beat them.
Oh!
If Hearts win, you're going to. If Motherwell win, you're going to run on the stage and slide tackle them.
Oh, aye. I'll fucking 2 foot them.
What you saying? What you saying? I'm saying that Motherwell will beat your.
No, I don't
Hearts?
think so. I think Motherwell...
It's disagreeing with you.
Nah,
Disrespectful,
disagree with
innit?
you. Plus, in
very
Motherwell on a great run.
Calm boy again.
But it's a front
wow.
three. A front Van Veen. Which is the Willery and but what for me as a player?
Yeah.
They highlighted him on the telly the other night. I was watching it.
What'd you say?
The high,
Well, you
right,
taking a draw.
and it showed you right, he's playing in a front three. Look where he is in the. It showed you where he was in the park. Oh, other place. The boy's a talented player, isn't he?
Who, Tony what?
Tony,
Aye, of
what,
course.
aye.
Yeah.
But it's not just the talent; it's what he gives you. But Hearts are great.
Aye.
No, I think
Place
Hearts. I think Hearts.
Playing
will
well.
Do you think Hearts
I think
are?
it'll be a good game. I
Yeah.
really do think it'll be a good game.
I need to tell you, we're talking about nerves for the Hydro and that. Don't know if we should sit on camera, but Andy phoned us last night in a 3-week
How
call.
is Andy?
Floods of tears now.
Nice, no.
Mate, he's so nervous, isn't he? It's a shame. Absolutely. Mate, he was
When he
hysterical,
first-
wasn't he?
when he
We're like,
first
mate, calm
gets
down.
hysterical.
When he first came into open goal, it was
Strange,
when he
mate.
first came into open goal, he was just, you could smell the braveness after
Now he's like a little mouse, isn't he?
mouse in it. Scampering
Sad
about
to
it.
say.
Don't like seeing it.
So fingers crossed he actually...
Thumbs up.
I think he could pull it, the Hydro. Eh?
He's
that bad, wasn't he?
fighting about no doing it.
You're going to put him on the
He was
bench?
like, can we not just do the armadillo first? Just to get a feel for it. And I was like, mate, you'll be fine, we'll get you through it. So,
Armadillo.
best wishes to Andy.
Armadillo. I done
You've
armadillo
got
last
to keep
week.
Andy's. Do you know?
I know, that's it.
Hey,
But we're
come
trying,
on.
mate. We're going to go around to do
We're
it
gonna
now.
go. We're gonna
And
get
just
him
show him all
to
his
see him.
best bits for open goal and that, just to let him know that he can do it.
Class.
But sad to see it.
Aye, I don't like seeing it, especially a guy where he's came for. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like to see him in this state. To be fair, don't like it at all. The phone calls at Friday
At
night,
night?
I don't like. Waking up to 4 missed calls for him, innit?
All right.
It's like Gerrard's not answering, so news. It's like, mate, he's busy. He's got a big games, but he just can't see past himself.
Oh, he's a poor wee guy.
Highlight his life.
So what do you think, Frank Hearts Motherwell?
I think Hearts will beat them.
Tell you one thing, this
Nah, I
could be
think
the
Hearts will beat them if I took.
This could be the best fixture list in a while
in the history of Scottish football, innit?
in the history.
I'll take
It's big games all the time now,
Big
isn't it?
games,
Like,
innit?
see, when you look at all the teams, everyone's...
Everybody's in a
Competitive.
everybody's in a good place at the moment. I think even Dundee, because they're both in the league, they still played well
Against Rangers,
against Rangers. So everybody's in, Livingston's maybe the only one, but they had a couple of the good result against Celtic. Some other good performance. I just think they ran out of steam against Hearts. Hearts are good going forward.
Yeah.
Now. Got a lot of flair about them.
Brilliant.
That's how I
They've
fancy.
signed really well, Hearts, haven't they?
Aye.
Yeah,
Robbie
signed
Nielsen.
Really well.
good.
Recruitment's
He was
key.
They
under the
didn't
microscope.
want him.
Aye.
They were mourning about him at the beginning.
They were
The
moaning
Hearts
about.
fans, but he's
Hey,
doing well.
last season they won it at a canter.
know.
What him out?
I know, and they were talking about the style of football. I think first and foremost, you win the league,
Aye.
right?
Cruising it.
Of course, you want to do a wee bit of style, but Robbie's a good manager,
Aye.
and he's proven it. I'm
It
delighted.
feels like
delighted
every
for him.
Scottish club hates their manager, doesn't it?
Nah,
Everyone's
well,
moaning about their
uh,
managers all the
I know.
time.
hard bunch to please.
Apart from, you don't hear much about
Mumbles alright, he's past now.
Martindale.
With Martindale.
He's a hero. No, the Mumble, he's alright, he's a top man.
Who, Davidson at St John's?
He's a top man.
And I would say Jim Goodwin. I think St Mirren fans quite like Jim Goodwin now.
Aye, they do.
He's a legend, isn't he?
But what, by the way, the shout you said top 6, that could be coming through now.
No, still
Aye.
not.
Aye, well.
No.
I fancied that at the start of the season.
Still go with it.
Still go with it.
But
Right, will we make
I
a
don't
bet
know.
now on air? You think St Mirren, what's
six.
the bet we'll do?
They'll be challenging for top 6.
They'll not get in the top 6.
I've got a feeling they might.
Alright. We'll have a bet on it.
Aye, get him to split.
What do you think though?
No. Just with the way the team. I think
I had
they're
other
going to go
teams.
Rangers,
Not to do with
Celtic.
they're a good team, but I just think they'll be
Aberdeen.
fall short.
Oh, Aberdeen might not.
Aye, it's Aberdeen. Boo.
So who's it between the Aberdeen, St John's and Dundee United, St Mirren?
Motherwell.
I think Dundee
as well.
United will fall away. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dundee United will fall
Aberdeen
away.
need goals. They need a...
Teams with Charlie Mulgrew at dinner fall away. Frank. Guy's a leader of men.
I mean, he's got to score goals at the other end. He's got his... Sorry, keeping him at.
He says he's going to start shooting for defence.
Is he? Aye.
So goals
Good
will come.
shout. Good
He's just
shout.
trying to make sure that the back
That
four's
was-
set up first and then he's going to start
world
shooting.
class.
With his
left foot,
right,
innit?
with his right foot.
St Mirren top 6, are you still going? Are you still sticking with that?
I said it at the start of the season.
Aye.
I've been disappointed in them.
I think they've been playing alright, though,
They get a
Joe.
wee bit of
I
the
think
run
they've
of
been playing
the
alright,
green
they've just not got
against
results.
Aberdeen. And sometimes that's what you need. I think Aberdeen need that as well.
Aye.
But whether they're going to get it on Sunday against Celtic, that's another matter.
Is it the most competitive league
In the world.
Aye.
in the world?
In the world.
Aye, in the
Something there.
universe.
But I'm not
in the
talking-
universe,
Aye.
in the galaxy.
I know, but what jokes aside, I'm not saying the standard, but the standard's decent enough. But
Aye,
the
you're right to
competitiveness-
say that.
is there?
Well, I was at the game on Saturday, top against bottom. There's nothing in it.
Who was that?
Dundee and Rangers.
There was nothing in it, Mark.
Yeah.
So there was.
No, but you're right, there wasn't
Anyway,
much in
no.
it. It's a very
Not a chance, you're not
competitive league, I agree.
Aye, because that's how you're the only one that's won a cooking. Because you are the master. You're
Maybe
the
you
professional.
need to be an animal in this league and be an
Aye.
animal put bets on.
But
it.
good, so they've been texting you the night before asking for advice.
Aye, I will be there.
Uh-huh.
So,
You need, honestly, you need to be. You need to be an animal to play in this league now, don't you?
Aye.
Can't you think of any weak people in that league this season? No weak
The
players.
joke figures that you can
Where?
come from
Where?
there.
And,
look at your team then. Your
Ah,
look at, see if you look
Celtic's
at some.
Ali Crawford, listen, Ali Crawford.
Alex. But see, like the stats, Motherwell don't dominate games, but they win games. So there you go, different ways of playing. And Aberdeen dominate games, but
matter,
don't win them.
Not bad.
So
Do you know what?
see when you think about it, so
Remember they were talking about it in one of the games that England were playing. They had too much possession, but they could beat 1-0, and the guys going, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
of course,
It's nothing about possession. You can hit, you can tell all the stats you want.
I think
It all
it's,
counts in who scores a goal.
But I also believe that if your style is dominant possession, you win more games in over the course of the
through
season.
the course of a season,
Aye.
aye. But sometimes at the start, innit, to
Yeah.
get the
But
fans on board,
sometimes
get
team-
some wins under your belt, then implement that
Then
style
sometimes
more.
teams just defend and they pass it about. They're not doing nothing.
The greatest
They've
manager of
got
all
the
time.
possession, but they're not doing nothing with it.
Greatest manager of all time, Sir Alex. 5 year.
You're a dick.
5 year it took him at Man United.
He says to me the other night, Guardiola's the best manager ever now.
But it's
Just
because
like-
he get beat with PSG, so he can't be saying that. Do you know what I mean? So,
Fergie.
very 5 year.
Shut up.
What?
Best manager.
Of all time?
Don't say-
What? No, it's Ferguson.
Never played me in the World Cup. Get lost. 28
That's
goals
why
I
he's the
scored.
best manager of all
But
time.
do you know what I'm
isn't he?
saying?
You don't hold the
goals.
grudges, didn't you?
No, I
know?
don't know the good. No.
Was it 4 year, 5 year it took him at Man United to
Yeah.
do it? So, I mean, in this day and age,
He get
was Sir
lucky.
Alex of.
He get lucky. That many injuries, all the boys come through.
No.
To be
no,
fair, to be fair,
injuries.
to be
No,
fair,
he never
to be
has.
fair,
done it for
to be
nonsense.
fair, what he
30
done was he got Cantona. That was the biggest signing he's ever made.
But then
he won the league for
through
him.
He's
years.
the only manager that could manage Cantona. That's a genius.
He never managed them. He let him away with murder. He was walking in. He was walking in with. They've all got the monkey suits
just
on with
touched
the
the
bow
wee
ties and all
nerve
that.
there. You just touched it.
All the boys,
He's
are
after
telling me,
one.
all the boys are all dressed up and all that, and Cantona walked in with flip-flops and that on, and they're all going, look at him, no, he's going to get it. And that. You look great, son. All that Fergie's
Yeah,
got
that's
back to him.
brilliant, isn't it, man? Management.
Yeah. All the boys, the rest of the team are like,
Imagine me getting Neville turned up like that. Flip flops on, 3/4 limbs.
Aye.
So we're not getting some gone now, Fergie.
No, he's
that
alright.
was-
Yeah,
that was
he's
one,
alright.
done it?
I'm
It's not
only
like
joking.
you.
I'm only joking.
Oh, he's only joking. He's only joking.
No,
touched
Fergie's
the
different
nail.
class. Just that year he was shit. That year, that was all.
Mate, there's Andy. Can you phone me, bro?
You
Bro,
alright?
Andy Halliday, can you phone me, bro?
I hope he's not having one of the moments again.
I think he is.
you see, 'cause he's going
Has
live in
Andy
his
been
living
in
room.
the
Because
rehearsals?
you're talking
The big
about
kit
him.
of these all been-
Mate,
Doesn't
he
he
broke,
do
he broke down in the rehearsals.
Doesn't he do
Yeah.
Blubbering through his story, man. It was,
Doesn't he dare him?
Aye.
I think he just refused to dare him now.
Big Kev done one the other day, didn't he?
He was chalk white up. Mate, honestly, for about 3 years, he
Thought he was
was
gonna
chalk
be
white. Honestly, the big man is all over the gaff.
There was nearly 10 chicken bakes coming up. We're on the hydro stage, aren't there? Pay for Kevin.
Brilliant.
Right, Coombs.
Right.
Who's want to go first this week? The King's got to go last, nah?
Aye, leave the best to last. I'll go first. I'm
Go on then.
Mugs away. You ready? Rangers v Hibs.
Well, I go with Rangers. Home advantage. It'll be a game like Hibs will fancy it, and I think they might leave enough gaps at the back for Rangers to exploit. But I can see that being a 3-2.
Humdinger.
Aye, a 4-3. Honestly, Rangers defensively got to get their act together. But I just think at home that support again, it's got to drive them on. So and they've got to improve. But Hibs, well, always says it, and I'll say it again. Good football side. They've got enough in that start lineup. I assume that they're going to play to hurt Rangers.
Right. You want another humdinger?
Give me
Hearts
another.
Motherwell.
Oh, it's a
Say it's a humdinger. Say it's a
Innit?
humdinger.
It's an absolute beaut, by the way.
You saying humdinger?
Humdinger.
say
What's a
that.
humdinger?
I'm going to go again, home advantage. The Jambos, good place at the minute. You know, a lot of flair about their play. Motherwell, you know, Motherwell don't, that's what we were just talking about, that they're not a possession-based side, but they can take their chances. And that front three, so Hearts will need to be on their toes, but I think Hearts will just fin off.
All right, St Johnstone versus Dundee.
And I'm going to go St Johnstone again. Home, best team in the land,
Yeah.
innit, according to you.
Definitely.
I mean, Dundee were good against Rangers, very good. But they just can't score at the minute. I mean, we know you spoke about the penalty. What's he doing, the wee fella? You know, if you're not going to pick your spot, put your foot through the ball, you know, and just kind of dink it down the middle. So, just St Johnstone. Good manager.
St Johnstone, only team to beat Grosvenor this year, put them in the cup.
Did they? They knocked them out?
Yeah. Livingston versus St Mirren.
What did I take for
That's
that?
a tough game, Matt, isn't it? You've
Aye.
took Livingston.
It's a bad shoot.
You got to change it.
No.
They've only won 1 and 7.
Because I know,
That was against Celtic.
I know, because again it's the Astro, against St Mirren, they needed that win,
Aye.
right? I've just got the feeling, right, that they might just like,
No.
take the foot off the gas
No,
a wee bit.
no chance.
But see, Livy were, I think they were out on their feet a wee bit. I think they'll come back
No.
strong. They need to get the big boy back for Arbroath.
Aye,
That's what they need to do,
striker.
the big
Big
boy
Nubble.
Nubble.
Played with his big brother, Frank, good player as well.
Is he? Aye. I mean, they're playing with the boys Shinny up top. So, but I just fancy, for some reason, it's like you've come up with some ones and I go,
Some
what
shite,
do you
aye.
think? Aye, so
some
I'm going
shite,
to Livingston.
you're right.
There you go.
You want to see Martindale's belly, didn't you? That's why you want Livingston on. Great belly, that, innit?
Well, I never
Martindale.
saw it too much. You
I
said-
seen it
obviously
I seen
commented
it
on
firsthand 2 weeks ago.
Was it? Aye.
And he kept doing that and his jump was pulling up.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Again.
It's a wee bit of fluff in his belly, but you see it?
Why is his big jersey bigger? Get a bigger size.
No, I
like that,
want
like-
them tight.
You like that,
I
do
want it
you?
smaller.
Do you?
On to you, Frank. Livingston, St Mirren.
What?
St Mirren.
Livingston.
No, I'm going to draw. I think it'll be a draw.
Eh?
I think because it's plastic pitch, I think St Mirren, if it was on grass, they'd have beat them, but plastic pitch is horrible. So going for the draw there.
Hearts Motherwell.
I was going to go for a draw, but I've got to go with Derek, the home one. I think Hearts are playing well. So is Motherwell. That's
Aye,
going to be a good one.
confident, isn't
It's going to be a really
Humdinger.
good game. Humdinger.
Good, Frank.
Right, there you go.
And Dundee United, Ross County.
Dundee United, I've got to go with them. I think they're playing all right, and they'll score goals against Ross County, so that's why I'm going for them.
That's when you shut the curtains, it's on the back garden, isn't it? United County.
Top of the competitive. The
Aye.
league is so competitive.
like
St Johnstone, Dundee.
I've got to go with your main man, the manager. St John, although Dundee played well against, I thought they'd done all right against
Played very well.
against Rangers,
So
but
they
just
did.
St Johnstone are on a crest of a wave at the moment.
I've just looked at Paul Stein's coupon.
Aye, and that's why
Oh,
I'm going to,
Wow.
the Messiah.
I'd be worried if I was you because he is very
He
good
is
at calling.
very
it.
good. You're a man.
Ah, wow.
I hope it comes right.
Right, St Johnstone versus Dundee.
St Johnstone.
I love how he
Explain
look
why.
at the
Explain
confidence about him now because he's
Callum
got
Davidson. Enough said.
Beautiful,
sexy Callum Davidson,
that's
enough
it.
said.
I want to explain how the last one. How you
Sexy bastard in charge, enough said.
two teams that are absolutely flying at the moment, Slaney. Hearts v Motherwell. Your all team.
Hearts.
Say
Go for
Robbie
Hearts.
Nielsen enough
So you're
said.
going for the jam tarts.
Robbie Nielsen enough said.
Robbie Nielsen enough said.
Right, and I didn't see this. Right?
is the one I'm talking about.
Aye, right, I've just looked at it. Right, so
good shout.
Rangers
I was
at
gonna go with
home to Hibs, and you're giving us what? What you looking?
A draw.
By the way, that must be the itchiest chin in Scotland.
Aye.
You've been doing that for a good...
It's the thinker. Hey, the thinker.
I'm going like that. Right, I want to know your reason. I don't want you.
Stephen Gerrard and Jack Ross.
Square goal.
I know.
Square goal.
Expand it. Come on.
Do you know what? If I had to favourite to one side, it would
What
be
would
him
be
this weekend, just because of Rangers on the playing well and they've got Europe away, so they're travelling back on the Thursday night and the
Here's a
Friday.
scoreline.
When did you start thinking about it? When did you start thinking about football?
That's a
When
thing.
did you
Here's a
when did you start
scoreline,
thinking
look at
about
the
it?
Different man, isn't he? Brilliant.
There is. Look, are you going with all?
Go on. Doesn't get
Jimmy
back.
Hill.
Doesn't get back to.
One each.
Doesn't get back to
But I'll
Saturday
kick
morning.
myself if Hibs going to win it. I'll really,
I know.
really kick myself.
Right, shot, right. Okay, and
You'll be delighted though.
That's meant me, love you.
I was going to say that. Aye. Livy v St Mirren.
I want to know how St Mirren's going
This
to
is a
win
big
that
shout
one.
as well. Against your
Aye.
pal Nicky as well. Thought Nicky
Listen.
Devlin was your bro.
I love the boy Nicky and I think he'll get a big move, but
Jim Goodwin enough said.
Jim Goodwin is fucking on flames at the moment. And I think if you can't score goals, you don't win football matches.
Oh, I like that.
Right,
So,
Beautiful.
I need to ask him as well. I've seen a few things.
Who'd you put in at the end?
Livy.
You've been at
St Mirren.
St Mirren you've put. Seen a few things on Twitter and that, Frank, you've been queuing for a pump.
Brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. I got a few of them I said
Some of them.
land through.
What was it, the one with you, a picture of you in your motor outside the garage? Have you
Oh,
seen
that was the best.
Aye.
So that gets sent through.
Go here as
It's
quick.
class,
Go
innit?
here as quick as I could. I got that for Donald McLeod sent me that. No, him owns a garage. He sent me that. So
How's the drive?
funny.
Where are you going to be driving?
Driving after Hydro.
aye.
Crash course.
How you
Can somebody
get to
give him lessons? Give
Can
a shout.
I get lessons off?
Are you getting a limo and all that? Or
No, he's
No, scooter. Go scooter down to Hydro. It's only 5 minutes from me.
scooter? You're
wee
going in
scooter.
a scooter?
It's only 2 minutes from me up the road.
is that electric one?
You've got it.
Next time we see each other, got to be on stage. Wow.
Wow.
There you go.
Is that right?
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Mate, we need to go and see
I'll
Andy.
be
He's
one.
he's sitting naked in his motor.
Aye.
He's
He's
sitting at the
sick
hydro. He's sitting.
Aye.
Has he been sick at the window?
He's just
looking
sitting
at
outside
it.
the hydro in his motor. He's
Just
sitting.
looking at it.
Is he naked though? Aye. We need to go and get his clothes
What
on.
about Big Kev? Where's he kicking about with?
He's having the jet event away from it the week before that.
He's having an overnight.
The big man, the big man, the big man will cruise it.
They've got a one bed single room, so
The big man will cruise it. He'll
weekend,
cruise the
eh?
hydro.
right.
Aye,
Spa week.
Kev, I've got every confidence in Kev. He'll cruise it.
Big man will be brilliant. He always is.
Correct.
He'll be looking after Andy. You all right, son? You all right?
Seriously worried for him. Eh?
I know.
It's the two of them.
If there's anyone at the hydro just now, can you go out and make sure he's alright? We'll be 5 minutes.
Give him a cup of tea.
At least cover him up anyway. Until we
Get
get
him
there.
up here, Pat.
Aye.